Have you ever found yourself in a heated argument, wishing you had the perfect words to turn the tide in your favor? Winning an argument isn't just about being right, it's about strategy, understanding, and communication. Today, let's dive into the art of winning arguments from various perspectives, including personal anecdotes, scientific principles, and psychological insights to help you navigate and win any debate. I remember a time when I was debating with a close friend about the merits of traditional books versus e-books. The conversation quickly became intense, with both of us passionately defending our positions. It wasn't until I applied some key strategies that I managed to turn the argument around and reach a mutual understanding. This experience taught me that winning an argument is not just about having the right facts, but also about how you present them and connect with the other person. From a mathematical standpoint, arguments can be seen as a game of probabilities. Imagine each point you make as a chess move. Just as a grandmaster anticipates their opponent's moves, you should anticipate counter-arguments and prepare responses. Consider the concept of the argument tree, where each branch represents a possible direction the conversation could take. By preparing for multiple outcomes, you can guide the discussion toward a favorable conclusion. For instance, knowing that the probability of convincing someone increases when you acknowledge their valid points first before presenting your counterpoints. Take the famous case of Galileo Galilei defending his heliocentric theory against the geocentric views of the time. Galileo didn't just rely on scientific data, he used vivid descriptions and analogies to make his point understandable and relatable. By framing his arguments in a way that connected with his audience's existing beliefs, he managed to sway opinions and eventually change the course of scientific thought. This illustrates the power of using engaging and clear examples to win arguments. Psychologically, understanding the biases and emotional triggers of your opponent is crucial. People often dig their heels in during an argument due to cognitive biases like confirmation bias, where they favor information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. By gently challenging these biases and presenting information in a non-threatening way, you can open their minds to new perspectives. Think about the yes, but technique, where you agree with part of their argument before presenting your counterpoint. This technique softens the opposition and makes them more receptive to your ideas. Let's dive deeper into this with an interactive thought experiment. Imagine you're arguing with a colleague about the best approach to a project. Instead of directly opposing their view, you say, yes, your idea could work, but have you considered the potential challenges? This approach encourages them to think critically and engage with your perspective, rather than dismissing it outright. Reflecting on your own experiences with this method can provide valuable insights into its effectiveness. To truly win an argument, it's essential to understand the human psychology behind it. At the core of every argument lies a set of beliefs, emotions, and cognitive biases that shape how people perceive and react to information. Recognizing these psychological elements can be the key to crafting persuasive arguments and fostering meaningful dialogue. One critical psychological factor in arguments is the concept of cognitive dissonance. This occurs when individuals experience discomfort due to holding conflicting beliefs or attitudes. When you present evidence that contradicts their existing beliefs, they may feel threatened and resist changing their viewpoint. To mitigate this, approach the conversation with empathy and patience. Instead of attacking their beliefs head-on, acknowledge their perspective and introduce new information gradually. This helps reduce the perceived threat and makes them more open to considering alternative viewpoints. Empathy plays a crucial role in understanding your opponent's motivations and emotions. By putting yourself in their shoes, you can identify the underlying reasons behind their stance and address them more effectively. For example, if someone is arguing against climate change policies because they fear economic repercussions, acknowledging their concerns and discussing potential solutions can create a more productive conversation. This approach shows that you respect their viewpoint and are willing to collaborate on finding common ground. Emotional triggers also play a significant role in arguments. People are more likely to be persuaded by arguments that resonate with their emotions. Using storytelling and vivid examples can evoke empathy and make your points more compelling. For instance, if you're debating the importance of healthcare reform, sharing a personal story about someone who struggled to access medical care can create an emotional connection and make your argument more impactful. Let's dive deeper into this with an interactive thought experiment. Imagine you're arguing with a colleague about the best approach to a project. Instead of directly opposing their view, you say, yes, your idea could work, but have you considered the potential challenges? This approach encourages them to think critically and engage with your perspective, rather than dismissing it outright. Reflecting on your own experiences with this method can provide valuable insights into its effectiveness. Philosophically, arguments often touch on deeper questions about truth, ethics, and human nature. When debating the ethics of artificial intelligence, you can draw on philosophical concepts like utilitarianism, the greatest good for the greatest number, or deontology, duty-based ethics to frame your argument. Quoting notable philosophers like Kant or Bentham can add weight to your points and provide a broader context for the discussion. This approach not only strengthens your argument, but also encourages a more thoughtful and meaningful debate. Visual aids and emotional stories can significantly enhance your arguments. Imagine you're discussing the impact of climate change. Showing charts that illustrate rising global temperatures alongside stories of communities affected by extreme weather events can create a powerful and persuasive argument. This combination of data and human experience resonates emotionally and intellectually with your audience, making your case more compelling. The societal impact of winning arguments extends beyond personal victories. Consider the ethical implications of your arguments and how they affect others. When advocating for a cause such as mental health awareness, sharing testimonials and personal stories can highlight the broader impact on society. This approach not only strengthens your argument but also promotes empathy and understanding, encouraging others to join your cause. To summarize, winning an argument requires a blend of strategy, empathy, and effective communication. Start by understanding the key principles of argumentation, such as anticipating counterarguments and using clear examples. Explore the psychological aspects, like biases and emotional triggers, to connect with your opponent on a deeper level. Reflect on the philosophical and ethical dimensions to provide a broader context and strengthen your argument. By incorporating these elements, you can approach any debate with confidence and skill. Instead of focusing solely on winning, consider the value of constructive dialogue and alternative approaches. Engage in discussions that prioritize mutual understanding and personal growth. Instead of insisting on your viewpoint, explore common ground and seek collaborative solutions. Sharing success stories where respectful dialogue led to positive outcomes can inspire others to adopt a similar approach. Remember the power of personal stories and testimonials. Share experiences where effective argumentation led to meaningful change, both personally and socially. Highlighting the broader impact of winning arguments can encourage positive change and promote responsible practices. In your journey to master the art of winning arguments, emphasize the importance of positive choices and personal growth. Encourage adopting healthy communication habits, building meaningful relationships, and seeking fulfillment beyond winning debates. By focusing on personal development, you can create a more enriching and satisfying life. As we conclude, remember that winning an argument is not just about being right, but about fostering understanding and making a positive impact. Engage with this content, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more insightful explorations into the mysteries of effective communication. Let's continue to seek knowledge, make informed choices, and live our lives with purpose, wisdom, and fulfillment. Stay tuned for our next topic, where we will delve into the art of persuasive storytelling. By mastering these skills, you can enhance your ability to connect with others and navigate the complexities of life with confidence and clarity.